Welcome back, everyone. Today we are talking about three words that every English learner uses every single day when talking about the past. Those three words are was, were, and had.
Yes, and these three words seem simple, but they cause so many mistakes. Learners mix them up, use the wrong one, or are not sure which one fits. So today, we are going to fix that completely with clear rules, real examples, and honest explanations.
Let us start with was. Was is the past tense of the verb to be, and it is used only with specific subjects. Those subjects are I, he, she, and it. These are all singular, one person or one thing.
So was is for singular subjects only. Give us some examples.
I was tired after work. He was at home. She was very happy that day. It was cold outside. In every single one of those sentences, you have one subject. I, he, she, it. All singular. And the verb is past tense to be. So was is the correct word every time.
And was is used to describe how something was in the past, a state, a feeling, a location, a characteristic.
Exactly. I was hungry. She was nervous. He was at the office. It was a beautiful morning. All of these describe a past condition or state using was.
Now let us talk about were. Were is also past tense of the verb to be, but it works with different subjects. Which subjects take were?
Were is used with you, we, they, and plural nouns. So anytime your subject is more than one person or thing, or when your subject is you use were.
And you always takes were even when talking to just one person.
Yes, that is very important. Even if you were talking to a single person, you use were. You were amazing. You were late. You were right. Never you was. That is always wrong.
So to keep it very simple, was is for I, he, she, it. Were is for you, we, they, and plural nouns.
That's your rule. Nothing more needed for the basic use. Let's compare them directly. I was at the party. Singular I, so was. They were at the party. Plural they, so were. She was happy. Singular she, so was. We were happy. Plural we, so were.
Same situation, same meaning, same time. Only the subject changes, and that changes was to were.
Exactly. And that is all you need to think about for the basic rule. Look at your subject. Is it singular? I, he, she, it? Use was. Is it plural or you? Use were.
Now, there's a special use of were that many learners do not know. Were in imaginary or hypothetical situations. Can you explain this?
Yes. When you are talking about something imaginary, something you are wishing for, or something that is not real, you use were even with singular subjects like I, he, and she. This is called the subjunctive.
So even though I is singular and normally takes was, in imaginary situations it takes were.
Yes. The most famous example is, if I were you, I would take that job. I is singular. Normally I use was, but this sentence is not real. I am not you. I am imagining being in your position. So, were is used.
Other examples?
If she were here, everything would be different. She is not here. It's imaginary. I wish it were possible. It is not possible, but I wish it were. As if it were yesterday. It was not yesterday. The were signals imagination and wish in all of these.
So the rule is whenever you have if plus an imaginary situation or I wish plus something you don't have, use were regardless of the subject.
Yes. In formal and written English, this rule is very important. In everyday casual speech, many people say, if I was you, and it is understood. But in careful and formal English, if I were you is the correct form.
Now let's move to had, as in H-A-D. Had is the past tense of the verb to have, and it works in two very important ways.
Right. The first way is as a main verb, meaning you owned or experienced something in the past. The second way is as a helper verb to form the past perfect tense.
Let's start with had as a main verb. Give us examples.
I had a bicycle when I was young. She had a headache all day. They had enough time to finish. He had a wonderful childhood. In all of these, had means possessed or experienced something in the past. Something existed or was owned at that time.
And had as a main verb works with all subjects without changing.
Yes, I had, you had, he had, she had, it had, we had, they had. Always had. It never changes based on the subject. That makes it simpler than was and were.
Good. Now had as a helper verb in past perfect. This is where things get really interesting.
The past perfect is had plus the past participle of another verb. This tense is used when you have two things that happened in the past and you want to show which one happened first.
Can you give a very clear example?
Sure. When I arrived at the station, the train had already left. Two past events. I arrived and the train left. Which one happened first? The train left first. So had left is used for that earlier event. Arrived is simple past for the later event.
So had plus past participle shows the earlier of two past events.
Exactly. She had finished her homework before dinner. Finishing came before dinner. By the time we got there, they had already eaten. Eating happened before we arrived. He had never seen snow before that winter. The not seeing existed until a specific point.
And the past participle is the third form of the verb. For regular verbs, it's verb plus ed. Finish becomes finished, walk becomes walked. For irregular verbs, it's a unique form. Go becomes gone, see becomes seen, eat becomes eaten, write becomes written.
Yes, so past perfect is always had plus past participle. Had gone, had seen, had eaten, had finished. And just like had as a main verb, had in past perfect never changes. I had gone, she had gone, they had gone. Always had, regardless of subject.
Now let's look at was and were in past continuous because that's another structure learners need to know.
Great point. Was and were are used to form the past continuous tense, which shows an action that was in progress at a specific point in the past. The structure is was plus ing for singular subjects and were plus ing for plural subjects and you.
Examples.
I was studying when she called. Singular I, so was. He was sleeping at midnight. Singular he, so was. They were watching television when the lights went out. Plural they, so were. We were working all morning. Plural we, so were. You were talking too loudly. You always takes were, so were.
So the same subject rule applies in past continuous. Singular takes was plus ing, plural and you take were plus ing.
Always. The subject rule never changes, regardless of the tense structure around it.
Now let's talk about negatives and questions because these come up every day.
For was and were, the negatives are simply was not and were not, often shortened to wasn't and weren't. She was not ready. She wasn't ready. They were not expecting it. They weren't expecting it. And questions with was and were flip the subject and verb around.
Yes, was she ready? Were they expecting it? Was I right? Were you listening? The verb comes before the subject in questions. That inversion is standard for all questions with was and were.
And for had in past perfect, negatives are had not or hadn't. I had not eaten all day. She hadn't finished. They had not met before. Questions invert had and the subject. Had you met before? Had she finished? Had they eaten?
And short answers match the question verb. Was she there? Yes, she was. Were they late? No, they weren't. Had he arrived? Yes, he had.
Clean and simple patterns, and they are completely consistent once you know the base rule.
Now, let us get into the mistakes. This is so important.
The first and most common mistake is using was with plural subjects. They was, we was, the children was. All wrong. Plural subjects always need were. They were, we were, the children were.
Check your subject every time. Is it more than one? Use were.
The second mistake is using were with singular subjects in factual statements. He were, she were, it were in normal past sentences. All wrong. Singular subjects in factual statements need was. He was, she was, it was.
The third mistake is forgetting the subjunctive were in imaginary situations, saying if I was you in formal writing or careful speech. The correct form is if I were you. If she was here instead of if she were here. Remember, imaginary situations need were even with singular subjects.
The fourth mistake is using the wrong form after had in past perfect, saying I had went instead of I had gone. She had saw instead of she had seen. They had ate instead of they had eaten. Always had plus past participle. Never had plus simple past.
Had went, had saw, had ate, had came. All of these are wrong. Had gone, had seen, had eaten, had come. Those are the correct past participle forms.
The fifth mistake is confusing was and had been. These are not the same. She was sick describes a past state at a point in time. She had been sick describes a state that existed before another past event. They point to different moments and different relationships in the past.
The sixth mistake is using had where was or were is needed, saying, I had very tired. Wrong. Tiredness is a state described by to be, so I was very tired is correct. Had is for possession and earlier past actions. Was and were are for past states using to be.
And the seventh mistake is dropping had from past perfect entirely, saying when I arrived, the train already left, instead of the train had already left. Without had, the sentence loses the signal that the train left before you arrived. The order of events becomes unclear.
Let us now do a quick practice round.
First one. She, blank, very nervous before her presentation.
The answer is was. She was very nervous. She is singular, and this is a past state using to be. Was is correct.
Second one. By the time he arrived, the guests, blank, already left.
The answer is had. The guests had already left. Past perfect showing that leaving happened before he arrived. Had plus the past participle left.
Third one. The children, blank, playing in the garden all afternoon.
The answer is were. The children were playing. The children is plural, so were. Past continuous, so were plus playing.
Fourth one. If I blank you, I would tell her the truth.
The answer is were. If I were you. This is a hypothetical, imaginary situation. Subjunctive were is used even though I is singular.
Fifth one. I blank a car when I lived in the countryside.
The answer is had. I had a car. Had as a main verb meaning I owned or possessed a car at that time in the past.
Sixth one. You blank completely right about everything.
The answer is were. You were completely right. You always takes were in the past, never you was.
Seventh one. They blank not expecting so many people to come.
The answer is were. They were not expecting. They is plural, so were. The negative form is were not.
Eighth one. She blank never visited Paris before that trip.
The answer is had. She had never visited Paris before that trip. Past perfect showing that the not visiting existed until a specific point, had plus the past participle visited.
Excellent work. Every single one correct.
And the key questions to ask yourself every time are simple. What is the subject, and is it singular or plural? That tells you was or were. Am I showing a past state using to be, or am I showing an earlier past event? That tells you was, were, or had.
Exactly. 2 questions and the answer becomes clear almost every time.
Let us do the final summary.
Was is the past tense of to be for singular subjects. I, he, she, it. It describes past states, conditions, locations, and feelings. I was tired. She was at home. It was raining. In past continuous, was becomes was plus ing for singular subjects. He was sleeping.
Were is the past tense of to be for you, we, they, and plural nouns. Same uses as was, but for plural subjects and you. They were excited. We were late. You were right. In past continuous, were becomes were plus ing. They were laughing. Were is also used in hypothetical and imaginary situations with all subjects, including singular ones. If I were you. If she were here. I wish it were true.
Had is the past tense of to have. As a main verb, it means owned or experienced something in the past. It works with all subjects and never changes form. I had a bicycle. She had a cold. As a helper verb, had plus past participle creates the past perfect tense, showing an action that happened before another past action in the past. She had finished before I arrived. He had never seen it before.
The biggest mistakes to avoid. Was with plural subjects is always wrong. Were with singular subjects in factual statements is always wrong. Had plus simple past is always wrong. Always use had plus past participle. Do not drop had from past perfect sentences. Do not confuse was and had been. And remember to use were in imaginary and hypothetical situations, even with singular subjects.
3 words, 3 clear jobs. Was and were are your past tense to be. Had is your past tense to have and your tool for showing earlier past events. Get these right and your past tense English becomes genuinely strong and confident.
That's everything for today. Keep practicing, keep going, and we'll see you in the next one.
You are doing brilliantly. See you soon.